So I'm in the Lehigh Parkway, and I wanted to do a project specifically focused on the giant blue herons. And ever since I was a kid, I've always been enamored with those birds. And I'm going to be shooting today with the OM system OM1 Mark II. And I'm going to be using the bird detect feature on it, which is going to help me immensely with capturing these things because they move a lot and sometimes they'll stay stationary for me. I'm shooting with the M.Zuiko 300 millimeter pro lens, and I think this is going to work out really well. For me, I find this to be one of the most sharpest lenses I've used in my arsenal of lenses. And again, linked with the feature where I have bird detect, I think I'm going to be able to nail this pretty good. My plan is I'm going to be shooting both video and also some stills. With the video, I'm going to shoot in the log, and that'll give me a little bit more dynamic range in post-processing. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the beautiful Lehigh Valley area in Pennsylvania to capture one of nature's most majestic birds, the Great Blue Heron. As I mentioned, I've been fascinated by these incredible creatures since I was a kid. Back then, spotting a blue heron was a rare and thrilling experience, but thanks to conservation efforts, their numbers have increased significantly over the past couple decades, making it much easier to find and photograph these elegant birds. The Great Blue Heron is not just a beautiful sight, it plays a critical role in our ecosystem. These birds help control fish populations, which in turn maintains a balanced aquatic environment. They also contribute to the health of the wetlands by spreading their plant seeds and providing food for other wildlife. For this project, I used two key incredible lenses. The one I had mentioned earlier, the M.Zuiko 300 f4 Pro, and in addition, I also used the M.Zuiko ED40 to 150 f2.8 Pro. These lenses allowed me to capture stunning close-ups and detailed images of the herons from a distance without disturbing them. Let's talk about my camera setup when photographing birds. First, go to the main menu and scroll to the right past camera 1 and camera 2 and stop at the AF tab. From here, go to the second submenu where you will see subject detection. Click on this and you will see a series of subjects. Scroll down to detect birds. From here, you can adjust your camera settings to your liking. I typically set mine for shutter priority at 1/1000th of a second, my aperture at f4, ISO on auto, autofocus target mode to large, exposure compensation at -0.7, auto white balance, and autofocus mode to continuous autofocus. However, I might also add, these are only suggestions, and if you are photographing birds in flight, I would make additional changes. The first change would be increasing the shutter speed to at least 1/1600 or greater. Next, I would potentially adjust the ISO. If the light is consistent, I might take it off of auto and just use a predetermined ISO amount. If the bird is flying above the tree lines or other obstructions, try changing the target area to all. This will increase your chances of getting a good catch. Next, I would adjust the sequential shooting. Assuming the bird is in flight, I go from single shot to silent sequential or one of the pro capture modes. Lastly, double check to make sure you are still in bird detect mode. And at this point, you should be able to go out and capture some great bird shots. The OM1 Mark II's fast autofocus and impressive image stabilization were game changers for capturing these birds in motion. Whether they were perched gracefully on a branch or taking flight, the camera delivered sharp, vibrant shots every time. Here are some of my favorite shots from this adventure. Oh, and make sure you stick around to the end to see one of the herons consume a fish larger than I would ever have imagined. Exploring the Lehigh Valley and photographing these magnificent birds has been an ongoing, incredible experience. I hope you enjoyed this journey as much as I did. If you love nature and wildlife photography, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.